They say that love is described as being the oxygen of emotion, which I think is ironic yet accurate. That love is described as a chemical, because love is chemistry. So is oxygen. But somewhere down the line, the chemistry built within two people that love each other has also taught me I myself am not someone who is loved. For the longest time, I've hashtagged myself, or I have dubbed myself not made for love, or hard to love depending on the person and the situation. But over the years, how I have found love is somehow taboo to society. Because I've said, people can call me a fuckboy all they want over the years. Not like they're any better with their relationship choices, but hey, they're gonna make their own decisions. Karma's gonna bite them in the ass, and they're gonna reap what they sow for their relationships that they choose, and somehow deem healthy when they're not. Because for me, in my case, I don't jump from relationship to relationship, settling for less, trying to find Mrs. Right. For someone who came from the upbringing that I have, from someone who has the past and childhood that I have, you don't find Mrs. Right. You find someone who tolerates the darkness in you. Because the whole time in my life, I've wanted people to light up my world, but that's not the case. I want people to sit with me in the dark, rather than light up my world. But that's been a problem for everyone. Because everyone in my life, their love is not love. It's falsified to an extent. Not to say that it's permanent. People that claim love for me is out of fear, or loneliness, or dependence, or convenience. But for me, I don't jump from relationship to relationship. I go from person to person, because you won't find someone of my caliber, some people like me. You won't find us dating someone normal with a 9-to-5 job, who's a doctor, who's all this stuff. You won't. Unstable loves unstable. But then I realized that's still a contrast of mindsets. Because I find people who have been hurt so many times in their life, the trauma, the pain, the agony, the depression, but the thing that people are forgetting is that all that psychosis in someone's mind, all that trauma, the more unstable minds, the ones that bleed the most insanity, are the ones that are more creative. Insanity can bleed art. Chaos can become creativity. Because I try to fix people. I try to help. I try to be the one that knows their pain the most and everything. But no. The softer personalities tend to be the more creative. All that pain leads to art. The more insane ones are the more brilliant. But what happens? Let's look at past history. The sacrifices I've made to protect my investment to help others. Brandy Galvin. I stood up for her every chance I could. When her siblings fractured my nose, what did she do? She stood back and watched. I would fight claw and nail for her, but the favor was never returned. Callie, I have offered my assistance plenty of times. I have had her back since day one. I've offered to help not only her, but her family. What happens? I don't get a thank you so I can move on. Instead, I still hold vengeance in mind. Juliana, I have a method behind my madness, and my unorthodox behavior is meant to progress those I love. In that case, she did not understand the method of my ways, and that cost both of us. And I'm not going to say it's all her fault, because I'm at fault as well. Shiloh, we split up that one day because I made a mistake. I listened to my family about how they felt about you, and that influenced my decision, and I shouldn't have. But that reason spawned your mind to draw up other problems, other reasons to hate me, because you couldn't accept the fact that I made a mistake. So then you claim all these problems to justify your hatred. You see, I've been through. Jade, sacrifices have to be made in life. I put my trust in you, and it left me homeless for far too long. What I wanted in life, the happiness I was striving to get, was not worth the wait. But I thank you, because all those problems that risen from the time that my heart was in your hands, it taught me a lot about the human mind, about true love, about how society is, about emotional tolerance. You see, somewhere down the line in my life, the views that people had on me, the advice I was given, altered people's minds. Because to random members of society, they see a photo and I'm handsome, I'm good looking, cool. But where was those people growing up with the compliments and the kind gestures? A 5-year-old immigrant called Mutt, a sand monkey, the N-word, 10-year-old me, trash, garbage, worthless, and then now when I do not give a damn about someone's kindness, now they start to arise. But their kindness doesn't live up to what I'm wanting in life. You see, I drown my emotions in weed and alcohol and the nightlife and the city lights and the one-night stands. That's been my life for the longest time. And to get in a relationship that was healthy seemed impossible. It's understandable that the heart is supposed to bend and break, and heartbreak is supposed to make you stronger. It lets you learn closure and to move on. But I have the type of past filled with the type of people that if I succeed, it's gonna be another Bill Cosby moment. It's gonna be another scandal. They're gonna be the TMZ of my life. I do not fear individuals like that. But the power that they have over my future, because of their lies and their deceit, that's a weight I have to carry on my shoulders for the rest of my life. I never fallen in love with the wrong person. The wrong person changed into something that couldn't fall in love with me. You say what you want about me. My negative behaviors don't come out until the end of a situation. From when you first meet me till things get intimate and whatnot, I protect the people I love and care about. I will fight and claw and scratch to love them and be there for them. Get your head out of basic societal norms. Because you have to make sacrifices. You have to do some things that are wrong. But in the end, if you know that I'm doing it for us, all is well. All well that ends well. Have you not? I am a sinner born a saint. I am a burden born from a burden. But like I said before, I am proof that not all kings, as far as personality-wise, are born from royal bloodlines. All the relationships over the years I had, people change. And I've changed them. And at the end of it, I become a parasite that's embedded in one's mind. But let me just end with this. I have never claimed to be a good person, or the best person, or a saint, or the complete loyal, fully faithful. I'm working on that. But shouldn't that be enough to admit I'm willing to get better? Now there are plenty of people out there, like my ex Stephanie, claiming one of a kind. I'm an anomaly, and I don't even play that you'll never see someone like me in life card. I don't regret the mistakes I made because I learned from them, but that doesn't mean I don't feel bad or I wish I could take any of those relationships back. From my ex Jennifer, all the way to Talia, all the way to Brandy, all the way to Callie, and then Elena, and then Mariah, and then Lexi, and then Andrew, and then Scott, and Matthew. The anomaly and statistics are the problem here. My ex-boyfriends know how to politely fuck off and not hold a grudge. They have the same mindset. You learn from your mistakes, you move on and find closure. Females on my end, on the other hand, can't. They're too busy to hold a grudge. They, in recurrent relationships, still can not let go of the grudge. Let me just say this. When you got me, if you look past all the problems that I am filled with, you got a king. You have your one and only. You have your Mr. Right. You have a protector. You have a guardian angel. Especially now.
Power off.
But just remember the fact
Power on. Bluetooth
is there.
on.
I am never gonna admit that I'm a great person, I'm a better person, or I'm an upgrade. but I will do anything to love someone and be loved, no matter what the cost, because all is fair in love. All is fair in love and war. And if all is fair in love and war, then I will stop at nothing to be happy.